Just my first impression, not my full review, okay? Let's track down some others. Question of the day, what CFP, if any, but what CFP will you purchase in 2025? Carbon fiber plate, all right? Look at that. Look at that, the beaut. What started it all right? 2017, the shoe launched. I think I picked it up in 2018. Still have it. These are the Amsterdam shoes. My first road marathon. There. What a shoe. What a shoe. The 4% Flyknit. Oh my goodness. What a great shoe. And I was pretty sad actually when the Vaporfly Next Percent 2 came out. All right, there it is. I actually still running this shoe, all right? That's how much it grew on me and grew on me and grew on me, and I love this shoe. Now, the three is MIA. I cannot find it. I looked in the house, I looked in the garage. It's somewhere. Maybe it's in my truck actually. So sorry I don't have that one, but now we have the 4. All right, so here we go. Here's some basic stats on your screen that I could find. All right, there you go. Zoom it in. I just was looking at ZoomX written here on the side. So yes, ZoomX foam through that midsole. Very breathable upper. And I'm even gonna say fairly malleable to the foot, okay? For some reason, somehow, they have figured out the tongue on the 4, all right, the Vaporfly 4. It just lays on top of the foot, nice, and somehow it communicates with the shoelaces. It's so critical. I've talked about this a lot, that the shoelaces cinch nicely with the tongue and even the eyelet chain, okay? All this right here. So, okay, I guess I should clarify. I raced in the shoe in Jersey City. That's why this is just my first impression, not my full review. I'll take it out for a long run, a tempo run, a threshold. I'll even take it on the track. And yes, it could potentially be a track shoe as far as a track workout shoe because that stack height has been reduced. It's slimmer, it's trimmer, it's leaner, all right? Leaner and meaner, all right? So there you go, some information on your screen right now. Yes, I'm not sure I like this. Just like first impression is that they dropped the drop. 8 millimeters to 6, 8 to 6, all right? I like a higher drop for racing because it just keeps you on your toes a little bit. That was one thing I did notice in the racing is that it felt like I don't know, it just didn't feel quite as aggressive. Does that make sense? Just because that slope inside was a little 8 versus 6 versus 8. Starkly different than the Alphafly 3. Starkly different. All right, just that's why I wore this shoe, because the Alphafly, I like it, but it is a lot of shoe under step. It's just a lot going on, okay? Are you in charge of the shoe, or is the shoe in charge of you? For racing especially, I prefer to be in charge of the shoe, and that is why I opted for the Vaporfly 4, okay? Now, it's 10% lighter. Most of you know that by now. I'll get to the plate here in a second, but one of the reasons that weight drops so significantly is the decoupled groove here on the outside. It's quite aggressive. It grew, it's bigger, and you want to make sure you don't step on any sort of rock out there wherever you're training or racing, because a rock could potentially get stuck inside that crevasse on the outsole. Now, as far as the heel, 35 millimeters, as I already put on the screen, the carbon fiber plate is 3% steeper within the new geometry of the midsole. Yes, the geometry, the makeup of the midsole, it's pretty lean, all right? I did not feel unstable, so I guarantee some people are gonna feel a little unstable. Look at how lean that heel is, okay? It's, actually, let's just do, wow. Interesting. This is cool. Okay, so there's the 4% Flyknit, and you can just see that. Can you see that difference there? All right. All right. I actually have a tool to measure. Shall we measure? Where is it? You know what? It's inside. It's basically a caliper to measure. I don't have it right now, but here's versus the 2 and the 4. Okay, as far as that heel and the landing, can you see that there? All right. Just see that's actually looks fairly similar, those two, but definitely leaner compared to the original. All right, there's the outsole on the forefoot. Man, I will say they improved. They really did improve that that eyelet chain and the connection with the tongue. So as I was saying, the carbon fiber plate is 3% steeper to create more leverage between your foot and your ankle, and I liked it. It felt great. I could feel the aggressiveness of the plate, but again, it might feel too aggressive for some runners out there. If you're not used to kind of that torque, I'm just gonna say leverage torque that you're gonna have to put onto your foot. Now the whole idea is speed here. The whole idea is racing. So I'm willing to do it. And in fact, I'll say, this is just real raw evidence from, a week ago in Jersey City. I immediately could feel after, instantly, I got done with a race and I was walking over to the tent and to switch out of these shoes, I basically was like, I got to get these off my feet as quick as I can. Basically, my soleus and my calf, but my soleus I could feel was going to be sore. And it was. The next day and the next day and the next day. It was so, but that's okay. It's a race shoe. That's the whole idea, is to be aggressive, to try and run as fast as you can. And so soleus, it made, I could feel that torque happening a little bit more so compared to this guy over here. And actually, oh man, all right, here we go. This is just raw and real, everybody. As we go, we're just gonna put it on the scale just to remind me. I think we're at 5.4. Hold on here, 5.4 ounces in my size 6.1. Okay, so almost an ounce, not quite, almost an ounce heavier in this guy. But I love this guy. I still train in it. I would even race in this. I really would race in this shoe 100% still. We will keep testing. I think that's it. That's my first impression. I guess outsole, I don't know. It doesn't feel, just even to the touch, I don't know. I didn't feel, yeah, it's interesting. As far as that outsole rubber, I'll need to keep testing and maybe get it on some concrete, some different surface types. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. It's going to be interesting to see how it does, say for a long run, a tempo run. Definitely I'm going to take it on the track again, because that leaner midsole, I think it's going to perform quite nice in a track workout, like a mile repeat or 3K repeats or something like that. Comment of the day, question today, I already asked. Comment of the day: next week I'm going to run my very first marathon. This is Matthias Reinhard. My favorite long distance shoe is for the task. Oh yeah, this is a comment actually from last year's Vaporfly, just so you know. So it's a little old, but it's still good. Is the Adidas, is for the task, is the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3. I also ran about 100K in the Vaporfly 2 and the Metaspeed Sky. Both really fast and light shoes, but more suited for 10K up to half marathon, at least for me. My Adios Pro 3s now have about 270K on the clock. Now they feel ready to go and really comfortable and wonderfully soft and bouncy. So it's just interesting to see, even with old shoes, old carbon fiber plate shoes, how they've performed for people. And I like to go into the archive for the comment of the day sometimes, just to remind ourselves of new shoes are amazing. But there's also been great shoes last year and the year before and the year before that, and that's the case in my opinion with the Vaporfly 2. Still, I don't know. It might still be my favorite Vaporfly. We shall see how we do here in the compare. We'll probably do a running shoe battle at some point. Okay, we will toss it to another Vaporfly. Fun. There's so many. Oh my goodness. There's so many vlogs out there about the Vaporfly. We'll toss it to it right there. All right, onward and upward. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.